Welcome back to the Cave Confessions. My name is Brian. This is Brian. No, I'm Brian.
I'm Brian.
Yes, you are.
I'm
and I'm going to ask
Brian with an I.
Brian with a Y.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask him some hard questions while we're doing some hard shit. Let's go. Whee! Let's go.
I'm actually super pumped because like my daughter just did Mud Girl this morning.
Mud Girl?
You know the Mud Girl? You ever heard that?
No.
It's a 5K race in the mud for girls and women of all ages and shapes and sizes. And yeah, and I was like, I want to do this. Like, I want to put a wig on and do this right now. But like, so I was pumped to come.
And they make it like a mud race because like obviously it's super dry out there right now.
Totally, yeah. So basically, what they do is it is muddy. Like they have rope nets. They have slides. You go down. Like literally, you're probably this deep in mud. And like going under the mud as well too. It is awesome. Yeah, it's so cool.
You just wanted to get stuck in there because it looked like an endurance race.
It did. It looked like fun, you know. So, but no, they did it. It was great. Like team, and it's just, you know what? If I have to admit, I was a little worried about their training.
Yeah.
Because there wasn't any.
The lack thereof.
I had a couple of concerns, but you know what? It's all about progress and finishing. It was all about like, hey, we're doing it together. They did it.
That's awesome.
So super cool to see. Yeah.
Okay, so I've been pumped about having you on here because obviously every interaction we have is amazing. And we both have the same energy. To anybody that does not know you or hasn't had the pleasure of meeting you, introduce yourself.
Well, my name is Brian Hogben. Brian number 2, Brian with an I.
Brian with an I.
Yeah, I'm a long-time forever resident of Hamilton, Ontario. I'm the owner of Mission 35 Mortgages. That is a mortgage company in Southern Ontario. We have about 60 agents, offices between Oakville, Hamilton, Fort Erie, and we specialize in residential financing. We really help people with probably what we say is the biggest investment of their lives.
Yeah.
You know, especially today. And that company came from when I was young. My dad always taught me to sort of like spend less than you make.
Yeah.
Good advice today, you know? Taught me about budgeting, you know, and gave me really good financial acumen. My goal was always to be mortgage free by the time I was 35 years old. So I worked really, really hard in my 20s and growing, and then fast forwarding to I was 34 years old and I sold my very first house, which was a duplex, and that was enough money to pay off the house I live in today. So I was able to come mortgage
free.
Yeah, still live in the same house. So
that's sick.
So I became mortgage free at 35, and then I didn't have the company yet, but the sad part was my dad wasn't able to see me achieve my goal. My dad passed away about a year before I paid off my mortgage of acute myeloid leukemia. He got diagnosed in June, passed in about 3 months later. It was really shitty time. So then I opened up Mission 35 really in honor of him. It was kind of like a legacy. Like my dad used to love helping people with money, and that's what we think Mission 35 does. We really, at the end of the day, are just trying to help people make the right decisions, whether we do it mortgage or not. I'm just trying to help you make the right decision.
Love that. And so because there's some special stuff in there which we'll come back to, but like when we take Mission 35 out of the equation, when we take helping other people out of the equation, all this stuff to do with work, what's left? Like who is Brian? Why do we love Brian?
Do we love Brian? Do we?
Do we?
Do we? You know what Brian is? That's a great question. I think Brian's a guy who I love to enjoy the journey. You know, I've had lots of goals, and I'm a big goal setter, but I want to have fun along the way. I lost a bunch of weight years back, and instead of asking, why am I so fat? I basically said, like, how can I enjoy losing weight?
Oh, wow.
You know, and it's just like, you know, I always tell my daughter, the smartest people ask the best questions. So I try to ask a better question. How can I enjoy it? So then I got into MMA, got a coach, started doing other things, and the weight came off. So really for me, it's like, I think, for me, I'm just a guy that wants to enjoy the journey of hard goals. Like I love striving for hard shit.
Yeah.
But I want to enjoy it along the way too. I don't think I need to a little bit of suffering's good along the way, but I don't want to suffer so much that I don't enjoy it.
Good answer, Bry guy. It's funny because one of my questions was, why is it called Mission 35 Mortgages? But you just answered that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah, a good question actually.
With Mission 35, so how long has that been around for?
So we're coming up on, so it started in 2016. So we're coming up on, I'm good at math here, 10 years. We have calculators in our business, Brian. We have calculators, okay? Don't fucking judge me. Yeah, no, and it was, I think that's part of enjoying the journey part, because like when it got started, it was not awesome.
No,
2016 was probably the hardest year of my life. You ever seen the movie Jerry Maguire?
Yeah.
That movie where he's like, show me the money, you know, that one?
Yeah.
So when I started Mission 35, I started with another company, and I had a bunch of great people working with me, all awesome guys, girls, great. And then when I started Mission 35, nobody liked it. Everybody left, except for a couple of key people today. Yeah, totally, they all left. It was like, so my wife and I joke, it was like the Jerry Maguire moment. And then that year, 2016, I launched Mission 35. My mom died in July, and then my daughter was born in August. And I remember in September of that year thinking, can I just tell everybody, just kidding? Like,
yeah.
Can I go back? But it was like, you know, but what really kept me going was probably like, I remember thinking about my daughter and saying like, I never want to be the dad that gave up on his dreams. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'd rather fail knowing I tried.
Yeah.
You know, and that it's funny how everything happens for you for a reason, right? So yeah, she was really my big why for a long time. Still is.
And so and forgive me for putting the timeline together, but
yeah, it's okay.
You lost your mom and dad within.
Yeah, so my dad died first, and then my mom was around for a couple years after that. Died of a broken heart, they say. You know what I mean? Like, they were together, honestly. I don't know if this is healthy today, but they were together for over 40 years. In 40 years, spent 2 nights apart.
Really?
2 nights apart in 40 years. Maybe that's, I don't know if that's good or bad, but 2 nights apart, you know? They were like, so then when my dad passed, it was hard for her to adjust, you know? But yeah, 2 years apart, and then yeah, so she passed, and then my wife was pregnant, and very pregnant, and Lila was born a couple months after that.
And when shit hit the fan with work, like, we gotta talk about like, when you're like, just kidding?
Yeah.
It's like, because you probably were dead serious in your mind.
Well, I think it's like when all that was happening, like I had 2 buildings. I had one office, leveraged up to buy another office, because I was like, in my mind, I'm growing, I'm exploding.
Grow.
And when I had 2 offices, I spent $250,000 on renovating that, and I was like, I don't even need one. Like, I don't even need half an office right now. So I was legit thinking to myself, like, yeah, what am I doing? Like, I just had a kid. My parents are gone. Like, what are you doing? A lot of that doubt really set in there.
Yeah.
So.
Do you, how do you deal with that side of your brain that doubts what you're doing? Does that still happen to you?
Every day. Every day, man.
Really?
Every day, man. Like, every day I'll think to myself, what are we doing here?
So we're gonna go here, and we're gonna clean it up to here, and then over the top of your head. And because we have really good hairstyles,
yeah,
you can do it. There you go.
Oh, we know the move.
We can still cover it. We know the move. When people look at someone with a business, they're like, fuck, it must be so good. But they don't understand like ebbs and flows, the doubt, the mental battles that someone with a business can go through. So
totally. For
you, someone with 60 people in your business still go through doubts. How do you deal with that?
Honestly, man, I do this. I find working out. My dad used to always say to me, you know, you got to exercise the body before you exercise the mind.
Yeah.
And I still find that true today. Like, if I don't work out in the morning, I'm off. I'm a more patient dad. I'm a more patient partner. More patient everything when I work out. And I think clarity comes from exercise sometimes. I'm a big believer in it. I'm like you, man. Like, it's just, like, one of the reasons why I'll go for a run in the morning is just to post a social media video. Because I hate it.
Oh, really?
I hate it, and I have doubts about it. So when my serotonin, dopamine, and when all my juices are flowing, I feel better about myself.
You go for a run because it makes you feel good, and that's when you do your post.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Just because I feel, I have doubts, I have insecurities, I have all those stuff. Then I'm like, oh, what are you talking about? You don't know what you're talking about, right? But then after a workout, I can overcome them a bit, you know?
Yes, I do know. I absolutely do.
And I think the biggest thing for me is action. Like, I know when I had those doubts about Mission 35, I had to book a Christmas party. October, you know, mom passed away, Lila was born. I'm running around with a newborn in my underwear and I don't know what I'm doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody's leaving my business. And I remember it being like the first week of December and being like, Brian, you got to throw a Christmas party and be super excited about launching your new business that everybody left. I was like, I don't really want to do that.
Yeah.
But I called around and there was only one place left, like December 23rd. So I booked it. And I remember because I booked that, I had to start calling people. Because I had to start calling people, I had to start making arrangements. I had to start moving forward, right? So it's like, I just remind myself now, just take one action. Do one thing that has massive accountability on yourself. Because I'll do more for others than I will for myself.
Of course.
So if you said, let's work out, I would never let you down. But I might be more apt to let myself down, right? So if I book a Christmas party and everybody's got to come to it, I'm not going to let them all down. I got to do it. Reminding myself to set bigger events and accountabilities in the future.
Woo! 10 cows, and then we row, and then we burpee. Obviously with Mission 35 and like wanting to own your own place before you were 35 and then not being able to share that with your dad. Like obviously that was super important to you. Was he someone that you looked for guidance a lot growing up?
It's funny, yeah, a ton, right? Like I think a lot of the early behaviors and patterns and especially when it came down to money and just as a person, my dad was probably the most optimistic, positive guy I knew. Like I remember a story, not a story, but I remember a time we were having a family barbecue and my dad had this crazy 1980 handy cam, you know, back in the day or whatever, right? Like one of those just like cheesy ones. We were at the barbecue and he liked to film things and my brother and his ex at the time got into a big fight and my dad's filming everything, right? And as they get into a fight, he just goes like this. He goes, and over here we have some beautiful sunflowers. Like he just like, you know what I mean? Like,
avoidance.
Well, it's just like, you know what? He just like would rather focus on things that were a little bit more positive and I think I got that from him.
Yeah.
You know, what was the other part?
That was it, man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, well, you know what was tough actually? I had to go against my dad at one point too. Because my dad, when I bought my first rental property, my dad said, why do you need two properties? You can only live in one at a time.
Oh.
Like he just didn't understand it, right?
Yeah.
So, and he thought that wasn't a good idea, but it turned out to be a pretty good idea, so.
Yeah, of course.
I think it's tough to know when to listen to your biggest mentors and when not to.
Yeah. What did your mom and dad do?
My dad worked for Stelco.
Stelco?
Yeah, like the steel mill in Hamilton, back in the day. He used to tell everybody, so he worked, it was called the number 2 rod mill. The trucks would come and they'd have to be weighed before they go out. One time the superintendent came down and my dad was watering a plant. And the guy said, hey, what do you do here? And he looked at me and said, I'm the plant manager. such a
classic dad joke.
It was a great upbringing. Like my dad was 6'5", my mom was 5'3".
Yeah.
And he used to always say, I'm nuts over her.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dad jokes.
Oh God, me too. Most of my jokes are just like, I'm a dad.
I appreciate the dad jokes now more than before.
I know, they're so good.
Now I can see why my daughter looks at me like how I looked at my dad, like, Dad, this is so stupid.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I don't care, I love it.
What's Brian like as a dad?
I'm a fun dad.
Yeah.
Fun dad, great dad, accountability dad, a little bit strict, open, snuggly, like, you know, because I got a little girl and it's just like, it's probably good and bad. She could do no wrong. I know I'm setting up her future husband for a lot of pain. A ton.
So down to the ground, back up, broad jump, and then we go again.
Oh, nice.
I think when you're a girl dad, you have to be that way.
Oh, well, I put her in jiu-jitsu as well.
Yeah.
Because I want her to like, like kick some ass if anybody's inappropriate, you know? So.
And so growing up, were your parents strict?
You know what?
Were they fun?
My dad was fun. My dad used to juggle and ride a unicycle.
Come on.
Yeah, so
I'm starting to understand Brian.
Yeah, so he was so fun, and they weren't strict, but they kept us busy.
Yeah.
So I was like always in hockey. I played competitive hockey, played competitive basketball.
Yeah.
You know, all the sports. I think my dad really understood that you're who you surround yourself with.
Yeah, big time.
So it wasn't the strict, but it was more like, you're not just gonna sit around and do nothing.
Yeah.
You can do something.
Ooh. A lot of what you do and a lot of importance you put on community.
Yeah.
And who you surround yourself with. Like you said, key people stuck around at the very start.
Yeah.
Are those key people still here?
Yeah.
They are.
I'm grateful that like at the company we've got like Brenda, Chelsea, Teresa. They've all been with me for over 10 years. You know what I mean? So it's like they were there when we started. You know what I mean? So it's wild. And it's like, I think I'm honored, I'm grateful for it, but I think it's all about, I've always had the mindset that not the customer's always right. I always say the team's always right. You know what I mean? Because I think like, I gotta back my team. So if something goes wrong and you have a good team, and I also believe that good people will beat themselves up way more than I ever could. So I don't need to beat the shit out of you. You already probably feel like a bag of shit. You made a mistake, that's fine. Let's move forward. I don't need to do anything.
Yeah.
But you gotta find those good people, right? Like,
big time. Obviously with the 3 people that stuck around when shit hit the fan that are still with you now, I mean, you have to then look in the mirror and go, obviously, they saw something in you that they wanted to stick around.
I'm not really like, that's funny, yeah, you know what? I always look at it like, I gotta be there for them, like I don't wanna let them down.
Yeah.
I almost have never looked at it like I did anything special. It's always like, I gotta keep working, because the more responsibility that I have, the better I perform.
Yeah.
It's like that saying, the idle hands are the devil's playground. If I had nothing to do, I would make very bad choices, Brian.
Oh.
I would make bad choices.
It's so true. It's like when you have time to just sit around and dwell and do nothing.
Yeah.
I think that's why we need this kind of stuff here. Do you think you avoid things in your head when you're working out all the time? And you can guess why I ask you that?
I think like, for sure. Yeah, I think so. I think a lot of the stuff that I've done in my life is to build confidence, you know, because like how many times have we all said we're gonna do something and we don't do it?
Yeah.
Whether it be a little thing, I'm not gonna eat chocolate today, I'm not gonna drink today, I'm gonna call this person today, right? You don't do it. All those little broken promises add up. I do it too, just like other people. Working out gives me the confidence, and then setting big goals gives me confidence too.
Yeah.
That stuff.
Where does the lack of confidence come from, or like the want to be more confident? Or do you know that yet?
I don't know. I think because I want to take on bigger challenges.
That's fair. That's a better reframe.
You know, like I think if I'll have a limiting belief, like, oh, I can't. Like I want to grow the biggest national mortgage company in North America. Like I want to grow it across Canada. I want to grow into the States, right? Sometimes I feel funny even saying that because I feel like that's crazy, right? But I feel like the more momentum that you get, the more it's like, no, I can do that. I can do that. Why?
Yeah.
Why not? Like, I don't know how, but I need to continue. Those little wins give more and more confidence, and that creates momentum, right? So,
what's your thoughts on leading from this? What's your thoughts on the whole term imposter syndrome?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked me that.
I know.
Fucking
You
so
were
glad.
waiting for me to ask you that.
I think Imposter syndrome is bullshit. Total bullshit. If I have imposter syndrome, that implies that I should be sitting down with a shrink, that I have a real big syndrome and a problem. Maybe I need electroshock therapy because I've got this fucking syndrome. No, you know what imposter syndrome is to me? A common reaction to an uncommon situation. That's all it is. Like, if you're doing something you've never done before, you're not gonna feel weird? Why do we need to call it a syndrome? Why do we need to label it a fucking disease? Just do it. The more times you do it, like the first time you went on a rowing machine, did you have imposter syndrome? Because you never went on a rowing machine before?
I might have, but I didn't know.
You might have, but you're like, I've never done it before, so naturally it's gonna feel weird, right?
Yeah.
It's just like, you have 1 million followers and you have 500 Trinity locations. Is it imposter syndrome, or is it just, wow, I've never ran an organization this big before, so don't really know what I'm doing?
True.
I have some thoughts around it, obviously.
Yeah. So you know the expression "wise man once told me."
What?
So you know that expression,
Oh,
"wise man once told you,"
yeah.
and then that thing stays with you.
Yeah.
So because while you were talking, I was like, I had this voice in my head that like was like, that sounds like imposter syndrome, but imposter syndrome isn't what it seems like it is. So I'm going to ask him about that. But it was you that told me about it on a run.
That's right. Oh my God.
I should have said a wise man once told me, and you'd be like, I told you that.
Yeah.
You're stealing my lines.
I wouldn't take credit. Credit for that, you know.
Speaking of prison.
Yes. I thought we were going to talk about that.
So what did you get put away for again? Just kidding. Because I, unfortunately, had to spend a night in a cell after making a pretty big mistake, which we'll get into on your podcast, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But are there any big mistakes that you've made along the way that still sit with you, or you've had to really process?
Wow. Yeah, you know what? It's funny. And that might be my mentality on things because, and my wife hates when I say this, but my friends say this, my wife says this, and I always say, everything works out for me. So I never really look at like, I've done some really stupid, shitty stuff in the days, but every time my mindset's been, it's for a reason. And it kind of like, so it might not happen, might not be realizing it right then and there, you know?
Yeah.
But there's a reason for it, so I know that there's a plus to every negative. I don't really ruminate on that stuff. I don't ever really look at like any big mistakes, because I always look at like, everything that I've done has got me doing fucking burpees on my knuckles with you.
Yeah.
Right? So, and this is honestly a great spot. And if I hadn't done all the goods and the bads, I wouldn't be here.
Yes. So do you know why you think like that?
I think
I'm going to be your shrink now.
yeah, tell me.
So you don't understand why you're like, it all works out for me. It's because like most likely you just see the positive in every negative.
Yeah.
And eventually you turn that shit situation or shit spot or bad situation, like whatever, into a good.
Yeah.
So that's why it works out.
And it's not to say like you're not sad or you don't have lows. Like I had a good friend pass away like just recently, and it's like, it sucks. Like, and it's hard to sit there and say, this is a good thing. Like it's not, it's terrible right now, but it's like, it's gonna serve as a reminder for something. It's gonna serve me to think about things differently, even though it's grieving and shitty right now and it sucks, but it's gonna serve me somehow.
Yeah.
Right? So.
And when you sit with grief, how do you sit with grief?
I don't, because I know grief will come when I least expect it. Like I think there's 5 points to grief where it's like you have the anger, you know, you have the denial, you have the depression, sadness, you have bargaining, right? Like, and then you kind of, and grief's not linear. It's like a star, right? It's gonna go here for a minute, maybe there, maybe denial, then it's gonna go sadness, then it's gonna go to like a guilt where I wish I could have done more. And then you're gonna go through that for a week or a month or a year or God knows how long until you get to acceptance. Right or wrong, I go about my day, and when it comes, I'll just like, I don't know, I cried this morning. Like it just sort of went for a swim and I was upset and I was like, fuck, like just something hit me and I was sad. And then it's like, okay, well, that's where I'm at, so, but I still got You still got to show up as a partner, as a dad, like all that stuff doesn't stop, right?
Yeah.
So just let it come when it comes, and hopefully I don't end up balling in the middle of a podcast doing burpees, you know what I mean?
And if you did, how do you think I would react?
I think you'd give me a hug, buddy.
I obviously would, buddy. I'm sorry you lost your friend.
Yeah, it's all good, brother.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That sucks, though.
Yeah, it does.
I genuinely, if I need to cry, I'll cry. I don't, like, if I let stuff stir up,
Yeah.
maybe I'm in the middle of a podcast and I say something shitty to you because I haven't processed some feeling, and then it comes out in a different way, right? So I fully am on board with, like, people tell me I'm emotional all the time. I'm like, I love it.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I will take on board your emotion. I will show you my emotion. And if I don't, it's just I'm not comfortable. I don't trust you enough. You know? So it's a really, really special thing, I think.
It is.
And when you're on your own, if you need to cry and you need to cry, like I just think, like, processing emotion, I guess, is just such a special thing. It's like this mattered to me.
Totally. And it's okay. I do agree with you, right? Like, and you know, I remember never seeing my dad cry when I grew up, right? And my daughter's already seen me cry a couple of times. Like, she had her singing recital 2 weeks ago, and I started crying when she's doing her singing recital because I'm like, oh, the colors of the wind have never sounded so beautiful, you know? Like, that's true. You know, but it's like, I think it's better that way, you know? It's better. It's just, if you pent it up, then it's just going to come out probably in other ways that aren't good.
Yeah, and it's so true. It's funny you say that because, like, when you talked about, like, confidence with posting stuff and whatnot, like, I think everybody goes through that, and we should talk about that. But, like, Keegan really helped me to post some special stuff because I was like, I love looking at the reels I do with him. I love looking at the posts I do about him. And eventually that timeline, like, I have pictures from a year ago that I can't find anymore. But, like, I posted here, and I'll go back on that if I'm having a shitty day, and I'll look at it. So it's like, I love posting it for me and him, and then if it creates something for somebody else to resonate with, then that's really special.
I love that. My wife does that too. Like, when she'll post, she'll do a lot of the sort of family posting, and it's awesome because she'll come up and be like, hey, look at this from 2 years ago, or look at this from a year. And it's like just impromptu photo album. Yeah. All of a sudden it's like, wow, I forgot about that, right? Yeah. I think that's a good reason to do it.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if you realize this, but this episode is actually sponsored by a company called Mission 35 Mortgages. And not only are they going to be the biggest mortgage company in Canada, but there's talks of future expansion into America. So if you guys wanted to use your company to promote one of these episodes, feel free to reach out in my DMs or Stephanie's or Blackstone Media. Okay, so anyway, next question.
You're the best. Who loves Brian? I love Brian.
Yes. Posting. Okay, so if someone wasn't following you or will after this, they will see a funny, polished, confident, like, awesome person. So, like, how does that person have doubts?
I think it's just human nature. I think, it's a great question. I think if you don't have doubts about something, you're probably not living your life the way you really want to. I think, like, because you don't have doubts if you do the same thing every day, but you'll have doubts if you're trying to do something new.
Yeah.
And I think someone told me the secret to life a long time ago was just progress. And he said, don't wish for a life of no problems, but wish for new problems. Because if you have the same problems over and over again, that just sucks.
Yeah.
Right? But I think that's where confidence comes in, I think, is because, again, that not imposter syndrome, but, like, you just doing stuff that you've never done before, so you don't know if it's right. That's why it's good having good people around you.
Of course, I couldn't agree with you more.
That's very, very important.
Do you think your company's pillars I guess your company pillars match up to Brian's personal pillars?
Yeah, it's funny. I used to think values were something that you would do. A business would say, we need company values, and then they'd go to a boardroom and write them on a wall, stick them in the foyer and say, those are our values. But we really, really live them. And I've been doing that more too, and it's something that I want to do with my family. Like, I haven't done that with the family yet, but I want to. But I know at Mission 35, it's coachable, collaborative, integrity, fun, and growth. And we live by those. And I think they're super important. You know, coachable, like I'm coachable. I don't know anything. I've got probably at least 2 coaches at any given time. Like, I need a lot of help. And then collaboration, like, I believe a rising tide lifts all the boats. Like, when you share, like, I fucking hate people that don't want to share the secret, because it's like, most people aren't going to implement it anyways, so you might as well share. You know, growth, I think growth is a spice of life. You don't always have to be growing in business, but business, fitness, relationship, or something like that. Integrity, you got to do the right things. You know, that's doing the right thing when no one's watching. And then you got to have some fun. Like, enjoy the journey, have a laugh. Like, you're great at that, man. Like, there's not a moment that goes by when I'm with you that I'm not probably fucking laughing in 5 or 6 minutes.
Yeah. You know? And it goes right back to you, man. It's just that whole, you surround yourself, like the rising tide lifts all the boats. Is just, I love that, because it's so important and so special with who you surround yourself with.
Yeah, it's true, man. Like, you know this, it's just like, people can, you just, like Jim Rohn as like a guy, you ever listen to Jim Rohn? He's like a OG guy from like personal development, but he's got this analogy of your mind is your garden, right? So you just gotta weed it and make sure only good things are in the garden, right? Because I've seen relationships and people that can just really weigh on you. And if you keep them around for too long, it's gonna be you.
Fucking hell. I wonder like, whoever is watching this be like,
talking to me?
Yeah. Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
So last question, what do you want to be remembered for?
Giving a shit. Just someone who cared, someone who gave a shit, someone who cared. Like, Brian gave me the time, Brian gave me honest advice and tried to help. Left me better than how I came.
Love that.
Yeah.
Something special is going to happen between you and I just don't know what that is yet. I'm delighted that we have found each other, and I'm super proud of everything you're doing, and thank you for coming on to the Cave Confessions, my man. Love you, buddy.
I love you.
Yeah, right.